Marwan Bishara is Al Jazeera senior political analyst. He joins us now from Doha. Marwan, as you heard there, Hamda was telling us and our viewers about the fact that Fatah had banned Al Jazeera from reporting in Jenin in December. Given all that and given the complexity around all of this and how controversial it's been, these raids by the PA in Jenin, is the decision that's been taken by the Palestinian Authority, from your perspective, a surprise?
It is a surprise. I mean, well, let's put it differently. It's shocking, but hardly surprising. It's shocking in the sense that Al Jazeera is the main outlet that actually transmits what goes on in the occupied territories, and especially in Gaza, to the rest of the world. This is the main outlet. This is the main media outlet that is capable and that has the viewership around the world to instantly, every day, 24/7, be able to transmit the horrors of the occupation, of genocide, of illegal settlement, of racism, of apartheid. It's Al Jazeera always. So for the Palestinian Authority to crack down on Al Jazeera, to turn its back on Al Jazeera, is, of course, shocking. But it is not surprising. Why? Because one, as Hamda reported earlier, there seems to be some differences of opinion about Al Jazeera's reporting from Jenin. Now, that could be true, and I don't know, maybe Al Jazeera reporters did make a mistake. I have no clue here. But what I can tell you is none of this needs to be or lead to a shutdown. What could lead to a dialogue. If the Palestinian Authority has any issues, it can take them up with Al Jazeera. Otherwise, it shouldn't do anything. Now, why did it take such a drastic measure? I think it's because it's hostage to the Israeli authorities. It's one to pander to the fascist government in Israel. It wants to appease the Israeli government in Israel in order to be rewarded with perhaps, more normalization of the Palestinian Authority.
Marwan, when I've reported out of the occupied West Bank and spoken to many Palestinians there, they've often told me about how unpopular the Palestinian Authority is amongst civilians. And I'm curious, from your perspective, if you think that this decision that was taken has the potential to backfire. And also, do you think that it might be reversed?
Absolutely. I think it will backfire. And you are right about the popularity. Certainly, the popularity of the Palestinian Authority is quite low. Al Jazeera's popularity actually is quite high. There are a number of other channels that are work, but certainly Al Jazeera is more popular than Palestine TV, that is run by the Palestinian Authority. But all of that really needs to be put aside, Mohammed, because what we have now is unprecedented Israeli aggression in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, an unprecedented genocide in Gaza. So really, whatever the misunderstandings, whatever the accusations are, deceptions or otherwise, of Al Jazeera by the Palestinian authorities or by Al Jazeera against the Palestinian Authority, because, again, just quickly, the Palestinian Authority basically did a kind of a military incursion, aggression against Jenin under the pretext or under the name of protecting the homeland. It was a military aggression against a few dozens of Palestinian fighters, while Israel was carrying genocide in Palestine. So really, for the Palestinian Authority to use that time of genocide to double down and crack down against the Palestinians, that was reported by Al Jazeera as what it is, right? It's basically an incursion by the Palestinian Authority in a time of genocide against a few young people. Now, whether some of them were troublemakers or not, that's beside the point. We would cover that. So, yes, I think it will backfire, especially in Palestine, but I think it will backfire internationally because, once again, Al Jazeera has paid dearly. It has paid with lives of its reporters, with the lives of the families of its reporters. And it has a real credibility around the world for reporting in Palestine and from Israel, at least until it was banned. So for the Palestinian Authority to basically crack down on Al Jazeera just after Israel has cracked down on Al Jazeera, and by orders of the Israelis to crack down on Al Jazeera, that makes the Palestinian Authority look ridiculous. It makes it look foolish. It certainly makes it look like the Palestinian Authority is self-inflicting harm against its very institutions and against its very standing in Palestine and in the world.
All right, that's Marwan Bishara, Al Jazeera's senior political analyst. Great to get your perspective, Marwan. Thanks so much for joining us.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.